mind for a documentary film. How did you get the idea of the entire story of how Dune was not made by Alejandro Jodorowsky?
There's a million movies that don't get made every day. But what's so interesting to me is to find a story about a film which had been worked on and worked on and worked on for so long, for so many years, and then collapses and doesn't happen, and then somebody else comes and tells that same story. And you kind of wonder, like, what would the parallel universe be like of Jodorowsky's Dune? So we were kind of just personally kind of interested in stories like that, these books that exist, like the 50 greatest movies never made. You kind of thumb through that book, and one of those stories stands out more than all the other ones. And that, to us, was always Jodorowsky's Dune.
But you, as a documentary filmmaker, have a quite unique problem, because you are supposed to show something that does not exist. How did you go about that?
That was probably the biggest challenge. You know, he had this whole team of artists and this whole company with him, and they created the entire story. Not only did he take this massive, 600-page novel and create it into a usable script, but then they took that screenplay and they storyboarded the entire movie. There's over 3,000 images that were drawn by the artist Mobius. It was a very unique opportunity for us, where we can, instead of just talking to people, well, we can see how incredible it would be. The pictures are there, the world is there on the page. And aside from all the artwork, there is strangely no, or almost no, archival photographs.
So, amazing things happened due to your documentary. There's this whole new movement of him being rediscovered, and that's all your fault.
Jodorowsky's, when his film, Alejandro's Dune project, collapsed in the mid-70s. And at that point, he and Michel Seydoux, who was his producer, they worked together for these 2 years for so long, so closely together. And then when it collapsed, they were both so hurt by the experience, not by each other. So they each went their separate ways. And then they were separated for so long that they started to be afraid of each other. And they both felt guilty. So as we started to shoot the documentary, and as we got to know these men better, we realized that they don't hate each other and they love each other. And once we got them together, they were like, it was like no time had passed. Now we have a new Alejandro Jodorowsky film, which it's obviously the same writer and director as Dune, the same producer as Dune, and the same lead actor. So this year, Cannes 2013 was the year of Jodorowsky, because there was the Dune documentary, there was his film Danza, Nicholas Winding Refn's new film, Only God Forgives, is dedicated to Jodorowsky, and then the Palme d'Or winner, which was Life of Adele, one of the actresses in it is Alejandro's granddaughter. So it was truly the biggest comeback of all time that I can see, for sure.